Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Talk. It is Monday, April the 13th, 2020. Grab a cup and join me. Hey, last night we had a pretty big storm come through the area. Lots of rain, lots of thunder, lots of wind. I didn't get any damage here that I know of, but I know the storm came across the south in a serious way. And from the news this morning, there were a lot of people that had some damage and some problems, and our thoughts and prayers go out to them, of course. But with this kind of thing, storms, along with the coronavirus that we're all facing right now, it just makes you all the more aware of the external risks that we face every day. A lot of things come at us. After all, life itself is risky business. And we try to mitigate against those external risks by, buying insurance or, taking a vaccine or putting the deck chairs away when we hear that there's a storm coming. Those are the things that we can do to respond to it. But it seems to me that a lot of times we struggle on a more regular basis with those internal risks. Those daily decisions, the challenges that we face and which we need to respond to, the choices that we make, big and small, and we recognize that they have potential consequences in our lives. They end up becoming these hand-wringing sort of worries that we carry with us. The what ifs. The what ifs. Do you remember that old game show, Let's Make a Deal? Monty Hall. Some of you may be too young to remember that, but the game was basically, about bringing contestants on, and contestants that qualified were able to make a choice for a prize behind one of three doors, and they didn't know what was behind the doors. It's funny though, because we all play this same sort of game today. What if I choose what's behind door number one? What if I do that? I won't have what's behind door number two or door number three. Well, what if I don't like what's behind door number one? But if I choose the other doors, I might not like those either. Well, what if I choose door number two and door number one is actually better? Oh my gosh, what if people laugh at my bad choice? What if they reject me? What if I can never show my face in public again? Playing the what if game is a bit dangerous. It will wrap you around your axle. Maybe for you, it's a relationship question. Maybe it's something in your finances. Maybe it's a work direction. Maybe it's school. Anything where you might be faced with a tough choice. What if can keep you frozen when there's so much good to be gained, and it can also damage what you already have. The Apostle Paul made a very interesting and almost a casual reference in his letter to the Romans about risks. And he said to them, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my fellow workers in Christ Jesus, who for my life risked their own necks. Now, we don't know a whole lot about what Priscilla and Aquila did. We don't really know what that act was, but we conjecture that it might have been related to rescuing Paul from a riot in the city of Ephesus. Now, no doubt, though, Priscilla and Aquila, had the thought go through their head, what if we get involved? Well, wait a minute, we might get hurt. This isn't our problem. If we turn away now, we'll be safe. But that's not what they did. Instead, they made a risky choice to help Paul. And they thereby ended up furthering his ministry and enabled him to do the good works that he was doing. Now, ask yourself the question this morning, what good thing do you lose out on because of your overcautious reaction to risk, either real or perceived? Feeling exposed is not comfortable. But what's worse is missing out on the potential benefits solely because of your anxiety and reluctance. When we focus only on our fears, only on those anxieties, we allow them to obscure what is needful and true and good. A little discomfort is the price we pay for gaining something of great value. A life of freedom, for instance. So even if your choice turns out not to be the absolute best, you could still learn something for the next time. Choose to the best of your ability and with good counsel what makes sense and move forward. And besides, what's hidden behind door number one isn't really so important anyway. It's probably more the fact that you're there to choose in the first place. Just be wise and enjoy your coffee.